So here we have a patient who's acute whiplash injury. So when dealing with acute injuries, especially in a case of whiplash, the neck takes a lot of force. So the structures in the neck that we're looking at are the muscles, the bones, ligaments, nerves, and joints. Now usually in cases like this, they're going to be quite painful, simple movements as well as to the touch and as we go through. So to start out, we'll assess range of motion, see how they move and get a sense for what their capabilities are. Once we've done all that, we can jump into some light muscle work. Now a lot of this stuff is dependent on how much they can tolerate at this junction. So really going through, just seeing what we're working with and what kind of sensation we're getting. Now when you're in this kind of pain and this fast after an injury, the last thing you want to do is go in and just beat the muscles up like crazy. So we're going to do some very gentle passes through, just getting a feel for what we are dealing with. Now at this moment in time, there's going to be inflammation starting to show up. So some very light general skin work up through the area is often plenty the patient can tolerate. Assessing all the structures from the base of the neck, right up to the skull, and often towards the front on these SCM muscles up here, which do take a lot of force in those types of injuries. So during the acute phase of these types of things, movement is going to be pretty limited. So we start off pretty simple. So what we're going to go over first is what we call a cervical car. So as we're doing these, it's simply going to be moving that motion only to what your neck can tolerate. So starting down, looking over to the right as far as you're comfortable going, extending that neck in that position, rolling across the back, down the other side, and then repeating the opposite direction. Now when you're doing this, make sure we're just going to what you can tolerate for pain. Go ahead and give it a shot, starting with the chin down. And then we're going to gently go over towards the right. Roll the head back. Start transition looking to the left. Back down towards your shoulder and to neutral. We're going to repeat the process, go in the opposite direction. Good. Now doing these types of things is generally just to start getting those tissues healing, putting just enough stress in them for them to start healing with the proper tension in the proper direction. Another good way to do this is a simple mid-range chin retraction. So as we do this here, it's going to be looking forward, posture up nice and tall, pushing that chin straight backwards, just to what your brain and your neck can tolerate. Go ahead and release. Do that a couple times.